Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if there was a bit of a lag, but it is May 2nd, 2021, and you are now watching Real Talk with Ronnie live. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if there was a bit of a lag before, but we are back. We are live. And today on our show, we are very happy to have with us Hans Herberg. Hans Herberg is currently the Republican candidate for Assembly in New Jersey from Legislative District 22nd. So before we begin, as you can see, I have a new banner to my left or to my right. Win with Lin 2021. For those of you that may not know, I am running for county commissioner here in Bergen County. I am happy to say that my name on the ballot has officially been printed out. So for those of you who live in Bergen County, you have gotten the ballot, or it's probably in the course of being in the mail, the primary ballot. So when you get that ballot, if you're in Bergen County and you're voting in the Republican primary, please vote for Ronald Joseph Lin. All right, so we're very happy to have our guest here with us today. He's from the 22nd Legislative District. He is running for Assembly. Currently, the incumbents in that district are all Democrats. It's been Democratic for the past, I believe, 20 years, ever since the redistricting that took place in 2001. Prior to that, that district actually had a lot of big names. I believe Donald DeFrancesco was the state senator there. He later became governor when Christy Todd Whitman went on to lead the EPA. And also a few big names from that district. Bob Franks, he was the assemblyman there before he became a congressman. And also Tom Kane Jr. Was in the assembly there before it got changed to, before he got moved to the 21st district. And of course, Tom Kane Jr. is the son of former Governor Tom Kane. All right, so without further ado, let me bring on Mr. Hans Herberg. Hey, Hans, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good evening. I'm very honored to be on your show. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. So, Hans, I've noticed that your background is very interesting. Can you tell us about that?
Well, as they say, pardon the mess appearance. I'm actually been repainting the room in the office, green. I mean, if you walk in a billiards room, you probably seen the wood,
right?
The bottom, and then the top was like green. So I figure, with the office area, why not do something old school and new? Make it cool.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks pretty cool. So Hans,
not perfect painter.
It's okay. You've got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So Hans, why don't you tell us about yourself, where you're from, and why you decided to jump into this race?
Well, where should we start though? Well, actually, I went to Cranford at class 06. My family actually lived in Linden though, but I went to college at Mitchell College in Connecticut, studying bachelor arts in criminal justice. We came back home. I feel like New Jersey's home, so I've been living in Linden since 2013, and I feel like it's home though.
Okay.
I mean, our community is very diverse, 9th or 10th rank in the state. A lot of friendly people to talk to. I mean, I've been very active volunteering though. I mean, we got a great police department, fire, and it's got potential though. I mean, I really want to run because I really want to make a difference though. I'm not a politician though. I mean,
right.
It's like it's not a career though. I just feel like I want to make I feel like it's a calling though. I really want to help people and be the voice. So I mean, I think all constituents should come first before any parties or politics first. I mean, you sit down, talk about what's going on, and focus on the district and the state and help bring the values to Trenton.
Okay, great. So Hans, sorry, I don't think if I caught that, but you're originally not from Jersey, right? You're from which state?
Oh no, actually.
Oh, you are from Jersey.
Yeah, I was actually born in Trenton, actually, but
okay.
I went to college in Connecticut, though.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that. Okay, so you went to college in Connecticut, and I believe you told me you went to Mitchell College, right?
Correct, though. Bachelor of Arts in Laws and Justice Studies, Criminal Justice.
Okay, great. So you went to college in Connecticut, and then you decided to come back to Jersey after you graduated because Jersey is home, right? I mean, you can take the boy out of Jersey, but you can't take Jersey out of the boy, right?
Yeah.
And especially from Trenton. So why don't you tell us, Hans, how was growing up in Trenton?
Well, actually, I was born in Trenton. Actually,
Okay.
I mean, I didn't live in the city though, but that was when I was born a baby though, and we traveled a lot because my family's been in hospitality industry.
Okay.
Even my father, he's actually born Norwegian, actually, so he was born in Norway, and I'm actually the first. Me and my sister, I think we're one of the first generations born here.
Oh wow. Okay, great.
Like family background is Norwegian and German. I mean, we travel, a lot though. I mean, which is not bad though, but New Jersey, we got a lot of families here, and it's still home though.
Yep. Home is where the heart is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hans, so you studied criminal justice at Mitchell College, and then what did you do after college or post college?
Well, I've been working in multi sales and retail though.
Okay.
I mean, like, I was traveling a lot though, and I figured, like retail has been great. I mean, I love talking with people. I mean, customer service and experience, and even work as a service repair agent, for example. And I feel like in politics, hey, the constituents needs customer service. So I mean, it's all.
Right.
I mean, it's like if you vote for me, I'm the employee, and the employer is the one that hires you. I mean, for example. So I mean, if they hire me, opportunity, it's all about not letting them down.
Hmm. Yeah, and if you think about it, politics is actually, it's a industry where you're kind of selling yourself, right? You're kind of sell your ideas and your vision to voters.
Mhm.
So I think it does help to have that kind of retail experience, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So Hans, so what was the exact moment or the breaking point that kind of got you thinking, you know what, let me get involved in politics. Let me run for assembly. Now, this is your first race, right?
Correct, though.
Okay. So what was it that kind of sparked that interest for you to run?
Well, I mean, I always want to do something nice. I mean, I want to make a difference, help people. I mean, I know during COVID, I mean, it's been really hard for everybody, though. I mean, it's something that we never seen in our lifetime. And, I believe in there should be government transparency,
Hmm.
between the people and the government, find out like, hey, what's going on. I mean, I actually want to tell you the truth, though. I was one of the people that was affected, being furloughed during,
Okay.
the lockdowns and shutdowns. And, you know, when the news came out, it was only going to be first 2 weeks. I mean, I thought, I was praying and hope things go back to normal. And then
Right.
after a few months, it got really sad. And I mean, wondering what's going on. And I feel like, I really want to run because I care a lot for the people. A lot of business owners got hurt. Even, when you talk to neighbors, no one,
Okay.
no one knows who's essential or not. And I
Right.
think like that. And I just want to be the guy, step up and do the right thing. I mean, everyone needs to know what's going on, transparency,
Hmm.
listen to. I mean, instead of sitting cozy in the office or inside the house all day, I mean, I really want to step outside to talk to people, all about facts. So,
Right. Okay. And Hans, I'm happy to report that you have a well wisher, Mike Gardner, who is currently the Muni chair of Oradell. He's wishing you best of luck on your campaign.
thank you. Very
Okay,
blessed.
Mike. Thanks for watching tonight, Mike. Okay, so yeah, so basically, you along with thousands, if not millions, of other people have been pretty sick and tired of this lockdown. I mean, you are one of the thousands who've been furloughed. And when this first happened, yeah, I think we all thought that this would kind of blow over within like a week or two, right? Maybe
Yeah.
at most a couple months. But
Yeah.
now we're going on for more than a year, right?
Yeah.
Um, it seems like there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Mhm.
The vaccine has been, being rolled out. A lot of people are getting it, and I must say the credit goes to Trump. Right? It was the Trump administration that really sped up this whole process. But of course, the Biden presidency, they're trying to take credit, but we all know what's up, right? But so yeah, so I think the combined frustration of being furloughed, the combined reality of the fact that we're so powerless to do anything kind of spawned you and pushed you forward to kind of make a difference, and that's why you decided to run. And it's interesting to note that your running mate, his name is actually David Cipher, right?
Yep,
David Cipher is actually, I believe, he's the president of the New Jersey Black Republican Club, right?
that's correct.
Right.
We had a lot of great conversations. Nice guy, exchanging ideas. I mean, we want to focus for the community first. I mean, this shouldn't be about Democrats, Republicans, independents. I mean, political sides should be different. I mean, you know what? We want to work with everybody directly. I mean, regardless of political affiliations, because I mean, everyone should come first before politics and parties.
Right. Well, in an ideal world, that's how it should be, right? But we don't live in an ideal world. Okay, yeah, we were hoping that David could join us tonight, but as you mentioned, David is actually celebrating. Yeah, he's away celebrating his anniversary, right?
Correct, though.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's a tad more important than being on this show tonight, but we hope to have him on at some point. All right, so Hans, you've also mentioned that you've been involved in Linden as a zoning board member, right, or as an alternate member of the zoning board, as well as the environmental commission.
Correct.
When did you get involved with those boards and commissions?
Zoning would be this year, and then environment was like, I think it was like a year and a half before the COVID. I mean, I got to say, I want to do something. I want to get involved in community. But all of those things in the community, I want to keep it separate from politics. Because it's all about, I just want to stay active in the community, though. I mean, instead of sitting there at home doing nothing.
Right.
Even I attend city council meetings, because usually, let's say if they proposed, a tax or some questions, hey, I want to question in a friendly way. I mean, hey, what's up with this? Or how much does it cost? I mean, like, what does this benefit the community? I mean, because usually, I like staying locally active for the community.
Okay. Well, we have a question here from one of our audience members who actually is also running for state senate. His name is Mike Kuntz. Mike Kuntz is actually running for he's running for state senate here in Bergen County, I believe in the 37th district. And his question is, what is your main focus to make NJ a more attractive state to stay and have a business and lower taxes? What's your opinion on our radical judicial system? How will lower property taxes? And what's your opinions on sanctuary cities? We have $214 billion in debt. What can we do? Okay, that's a loaded question. Yeah. So I'll give you a second to read through it. And you can try to answer it the best you can.
Yeah, Mike, just bear with me. Cross one bridge at a time on the question. So, okay, what is your main focus? New Jersey, a more attractive state, and have a business and lower taxes. I want to sit down and talk to businesses. Find out what the issue is. What do they care about? Because the business owners, I got to tell you, small business, they make a huge difference for the state, even for the community, because these guys are the heart, though. Let's say if there's regulations, we need to cut regulations. Help the businesses and find out, like, hey, what's hurting you guys the most, though? Because I'm all about supporting mom and pop small businesses. That's what we got to do. Focus on them, though, and try to make it affordable, make sure they stay long. Some of them worked hard during generations. Could be from their parents, grandparents, or they want to pass it on. So we want to make sure it's maintained, though, for them, for generations to come, though. And also for lower taxes. I know from what I was told, taxes comes between, the city, the county, and also the schools. I think it's good to have a discussion, find out, what's more appropriate. And then, because overspending is a problem. So, my goal is, I think we need to balance the budget. Balancing the budget is very important. We need to focus on roads and infrastructures and, find out what money is being used that's not necessary. Like if we have to, cut something that's necessary, I like to review them first before deciding on things.
Okay.
And
then, okay. So let me take this off the screen. So I think you've answered the first part. The next two questions, I believe, deal with our judicial system and the sanctuary cities. All right. So what are your thoughts on the judicial system? Mike wants to know on a radical judicial system. Well, first of all, do you think it's radical?
I gotta say, in somewhat. The system is not always perfect, though. but there was always room to improve it, though. I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, though. I mean, you know, this happened to me in 2017, though. I left a theater. I mean, this is what happened. I was held up at gunpoint by 5 individuals. I got beaten up to the ground. You know, I had minor injury. They caught one guy. Guess what happened? He was in county jail for a while, and it took a year and a half to get a sentence, and then it took 3 to 2 years. Sometimes it comes with plea deals, though. I mean, I think there are some lenient policies I'm concerned about, and it's crazy. I mean, everybody's been victimized like crazy by criminals. I mean, I'm just fed up, victims being victimized by criminals, and I mean, it's very sad though. I mean, I can understand from the victim perspective. I mean,
Right.
I was traumatized over the years, depressed, and you know, I found God and everything else, and positive, staying active, and the real heroes. A lot of police officers showed up that night, and they were the heroes. They've done a lot of, they were there to keep comfort and even check on them. And I gotta say, the officers just responded quickly, and I was really glad. But the guy who got caught, he didn't turn his friends in, unfortunately.
Okay. So he didn't rat them out.
Unfortunately, but
Right.
I think the problem with plea deals, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of leniency policies. I mean, even with, let's say, for example, I'm not blaming the gun. I'm blaming the individuals for their actions. And I question, like, okay, how many restriction rights do we have? I mean, law-abiding citizens are getting disarmed and they're getting victimized by criminals. I mean, criminals don't care about gun control policies.
Right. Yeah,
Can,
because I mean, look, you can have the tightest gun laws in the world,
yeah,
but if you're a criminal, you're by definition a criminal. So you're going to find an illegal way to get that gun anyway, right? So
mhm,
when you have these very tight gun laws, the only people that you're getting the guns, out of, or you're making it harder for the actual law-abiding people to get guns, because criminals will find a way to get guns. That's what they do.
mhm,
So yeah, so it's kind of like a catch-22,
mhm,
and it doesn't really solve the issue,
mhm.
because a criminal, as we know, will find all other forms of weapons or methods to carry out their deeds, right?
Correct. Though none of them care about the policies or stuff. How far is going to be at a point though? When you look on the news, let's say you look at Newark, other towns, there's like shooting incidents happening. I mean, I mean, I stand for the victims. I mean, what's going on though? I think it's good to find out what's going on with the system. Even talk to the neighborhoods, talk to people, find out what's the problem, and we
Right.
can fix it. Look, I'm not a politician, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. I'm just a regular, honest person who cares a lot, and I just want to be, the guy to stand up to people and do the right
So
thing.
Hans, let me ask you. So okay, to the viewers who are tuning in, um, you were actually held up at gunpoint in 2017. You were the
Correct.
victim of an armed robbery. You were standing outside a movie theater,
Mm,
and five men, thugs, came up to you and they attacked you. One of them held a gun up to you, and then I believe, because I read the article, you sent me the article, and then they started to beat you. Right, you
correct.
fell to the floor, and then they took your backpack, which had your laptop and other valuables. Right.
Yep.
Luckily, the police were able to apprehend one of the individuals, I believe, as he was trying to enter a taxi cab. Right.
Correct.
So they caught him. They were able to retrieve your backpack, and then this one individual, he was actually the only one who's prosecuted, right?
Correct. Though. I mean, yeah, that night changed my life, though, to be honest with you. And, I was just standing outside, waiting for my father to get home after seeing a movie, though. I don't give specific location on that one, but it took a year, it really hurt it a lot over the years.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, to be robbed at gunpoint is a traumatizing
Yeah.
event for anybody, right?
Yeah.
Um, do you think the after effects of that event, or actually the occurrence of that event, had any bearing on you wanting to run for office to try to make a change?
Yeah. Correct. I just want to stamp the victims. If I'm in tears, I apologize, but how
No, it's okay.
I'm just sick and tired of people getting victimized by criminals. And criminals, we need to put our foot down and saying enough is enough. Though, you know what? The police officer showed up. They did a good job. They're heroes. They've done a great job, and I just want to know what's going on, though.
Right.
How can we fix it, though? Even are there certain policies in the state, though, you never know what's going on. I mean, because it could affect everybody, and you know, I don't know how many victims are out there. I'm sure a lot of them and the families will be in the same shoe like me, though. I mean, I understand where everybody's coming from. You don't know, but I mean, I stand for all the victims, and you know, we need to find a way to, make it safer communities, and helpful in some ways. I mean, hey, I mean, the police department does a great job, though. But I mean, if Mike, if that answered your question, just let me know
Okay.
on that one. I'm talking about judicial. I mean, there's some
Right.
things going on.
Oh, we have Nicholas here who's thank you for sharing your story. Yeah, I think, we need to hear more of these stories and
Yeah,
more stories about how police are helpful and how they help and protect us, right? And
correct.
I think that nowadays in the media we hear all this negative news about police
Mm,
when in reality 99.9% of the police are helpful. They are there to protect and serve. They put their lives on the line for us every single day. But the media, unfortunately, they like to focus on the one or two rare cases in which, something bad happens, right?
I
So I
mean,
think it's heartwarming and it's encouraging for law enforcement, for people, for the men and women who protect us
yeah.
to hear stories like these.
Yeah, I can tell you, I've been to a couple events, coffee with a cop event, even with a firefighters event. I mean, they've done lemonade and fundraisings. Though, I mean, these guys are fantastic. Though, I mean, they're heroes. I mean, they even do a lot to help each other and the families. Though,
Yeah.
not a lot of professions are perfect though. But I got to tell you, the majority of the officers are all good. I mean, there are some which I get, but the majority are fantastic.
Okay, and I believe Mike Kuntz, his other question dealt with sanctuary cities.
Oh,
What are
correct.
your views on those?
I've been I've been thinking a lot this over the years though. I think there needs to be reassessment. Find out like, I mean, okay, if everybody wants to come here, make a living, pay the bills. I mean, there's nothing wrong, but I mean, some people come here with bad intentions. So I mean, I think there should be background checks. Like, hey, I mean, are you doing something bad, illegal,
Right.
or anything crazy? So I mean, I think it needs to be. You know, I got a problem with sanctuary, but I mean, look, if you come here, I mean, everyone's, how this is the American dream. You come here, you want to have a better education, better
Well,
school,
yeah. I mean, look,
be
this
successful.
this was what America was founded on.
Yeah,
America is first and foremost a land of immigrants, right? We are
correct,
all products of immigration.
correct.
My parents came from Taiwan. I was born here. You were saying that your parents came from, I believe it was Norway, right?
Well, my mom was from the U.S., but my father was born in the U.S. Sorry, let me iterate. I apologize. My mother was born in Jersey, but my father was born in Norway. But
Right.
it took him 5 years to be a citizen here.
Yeah.
Norway.
And your father, along with my parents, they did it the right way. They did it the legal way, right? They went through the proper channels and they got their citizenship.
Correct.
So I think those people, those politicians, and especially the liberals who are all about these sanctuary cities, they're really about what they're really for is about a process that's not fair, therefore cutting the line, therefore and when you back those kind of processes, you're kind of spitting in the face of those who went through the proper channels. There are people who wait years if not decades to get that US citizenship, and once they get it, they're so proud. It's the proudest and happiest day of their lives. But for a lot of people these days, they're just crossing the border and getting it with no repercussions, and that's wrong.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, if people have been here for decades, I mean, look, at least find a program, something to help them with. I mean, sometimes there's always visas and programs, to get someone on the right foot. Though,
Right.
like, if they want to come here for, I mean, some people want to come here to have better life, educations, better jobs and dreams. I mean, hey, if you want to be a plumber or CEO, I mean, that's great. Though, I mean, it's opportunities and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
look, my whole point, and I believe the point that Republicans want to make, is that we love immigration, but legal immigration, right? Legal immigration is the key.
mm,
Um, illegal immigration or the illegality of anything is wrong in every single form.
mm.
Okay, so I think we covered all the questions that Mr. Coons had to ask. All
But
right,
yeah,
let me just
yeah,
yeah, let me just read off a few stats. So you're from the 22nd district, right?
Yes, sir.
That district covers the counties of Middlesex, Somerset, and Union. As we mentioned before, this legislative district is actually very diverse, right?
Correct.
57.4% of the population is white, 24.8% is black, 25.3 is Hispanic or Latino. So, nearly half of the population within this district are either they're African American or Hispanic, right? Um, I know that your running mate, David Cipher, he is African American, right? Have you guys discussed maybe like a platform or strategy on how you two can attract voters to vote for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we talk daily. I mean, every other day. I guess depends. I mean, some of us work outside campaigns. Have a life though. We want to talk ideas, talk to the urban neighborhoods, talk to everybody. We care a lot for everybody. I mean, everyone should be coming first though. I mean, this shouldn't be about a party or politics. We just want to have a conversation, find out what's going on. We care a lot though. I mean, he had a lot of fantastic ideas though. I mean, he's a great guy, and
Okay.
I mean, it's good though. I mean, as running mate, you
What
want
are some of those ideas, though?
transparency between the community and the government and police. So, I mean, I always tell people like, hey, if there's a problem in the neighborhood, I mean, we can have a sit down with the police and find out like, hey, what's going on in the neighborhood and what can we do to fix it. Sitting down, have a conversation. I mean, we've seen media and everybody, jump to conclusions, but I think it's good to sit down and have a direct conversation and open dialogue. Find out like, hey, what do you guys care about the most and what matters?
Okay, yeah. So an open dialogue is always key.
Yeah, correct.
What else do you have on your platform, or do you have in the pipeline to try to attract voters towards your campaign?
I mean, you can be pro police and pro community at the same time. I mean, I think it was Senator Tim Scott or Vern Jones. One of them said you can be pro community, pro police at the same time. I mean, you can do that. I'm also want to focus on, even what happened to me. I want to help lower or reduce crimes in part of the communities. I think it's better to have a safe community. I mean, lower property taxes and government transparency.
Okay.
Between there, I mean, I'm not the type of guy that wants to sit behind the cozy chair, like I said earlier, all day. I just want to engage, talk to people, find out what's going on. Everybody should come first.
Okay. Hans, your district is predominantly Democratic. 48.3% Democrat, 14.7% are Republicans. Though there's a big chunk that are independent. There's 35.7%, right? So the unaffiliated are a third of the voters, but Democrats outnumber Republicans by quite a bit. So how do you and David and the rest of your ticket plan on trying to compensate for that, for that huge gap?
We just want to talk to people, engage though, talk to local businesses, talk to everybody. I mean, how there's always party lines or everything like that. I mean, I think if parties shouldn't matter though. I mean, like I mean, I understand with parties though. I mean, but everybody should come first. I mean, it's not about Democrat, Republican, Independents. It's all about serving the people. I
Right.
mean, why should everything be divided by parties? But you know what? We need to put aside to work with you people. When I meant people, like everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter
Okay.
what parties they are. I mean, it could be unaffiliated, it could be left, right, middle, libertarians,
Okay.
things like that. But I'm actually a liberty-minded candidate though, and I think it's important, to work with everybody directly.
All right. Hans, if you win, or when you win, rather, you and David, what will be your first policy proposal that you want to try to, implement? What is the first thing that you will do when you get into office?
Balancing budget, which
Okay.
is important. I mean, to be honest, I mean, even COVID, hard times, everything's been rough. I mean, I'm all about, liberty minded though. I mean, I care for the Constitution, so I'm supporting small businesses. So I mean, I want to look at bills to help business owners get back on their feet. I mean, a lot of business owners have been hurt over the years, since the COVID happened. I want to listen to them, find out what's going on. I mean, is there a regulation issue, or was there a lot of bills, or are they on the verge of getting shuttered after what happening? I want to focus on them and help them get back on their feet, though.
Okay. We have a question here, or actually a suggestion from Devendra, or commonly known as Dev, he wants to ask you to talk about your experience with the YAL. I believe that stands for the Young Americans for Liberty. He said that you campaigned in the South, going door to door in other states. So yeah, he wants you to talk about that.
All right.
Dev is actually he has a group on Facebook called Reform NJGOP. It's a pretty big group. So Dev is very active.
Oh, I met him. Fantastic guy, though. He's really great. I mean, I'm gonna say I don't speak on behalf of Yale. I speak as my own person. But when I was there campaigning, as contractor, I got to say it's great, though.
Can you
I mean,
explain to the viewers who are watching who may not be that familiar with YAL? What is it? What do they do? Yeah, can you
it's
tell
all
us that?
it's all about liberty activist groups, though. Young students, they want to help mobilize and have candidates. Everything that has to be pro Constitution, like free speech.
Right.
2A. Any other policies. So even free open market, though. I mean,
Okay.
uh, it's all about liberty and Constitution. I don't know if you guys heard about the Ron Paul philosophy and Rand Paul
Hmm.
and everything like that, but also to the endorsed candidates, though. And I think it's great. When I was campaigning, I learned a lot of things. So when I knock on doors, I talk to people, say, "Hey, how you doing?" Everybody's fantastic and great, though. Sometimes you get door shuttered, which is a normal thing, though. Everyone
Right.
has good days and bad days.
Where did you campaign? In which other states?
Pretty much in Louisiana and
Okay.
a couple of areas. I even campaign for another contractor. Outside of Yale, I actually helped out a guy running for Congress, Eric Brakey,
Okay.
uh,
Where?
up in Maine,
Okay.
and he was a fantastic guy. He's liberty minded. I gotta say, he's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I might have a good buddy of mine, Mike Reyes. He's been on this show before. He was also he was involved with YAL, and I think it took him to many different states. And I believe he also went to I believe it was Michigan, where John James was running for senator. I think he helped out during that campaign also. Yeah, we hope to have Mike Reyes back on our show in the coming weeks. But anyway, yeah. So this group brought you to Louisiana, right? To
Yeah.
Maine. Where else?
Pretty much that was it for me, though. That part, but also too. Yeah, I came back home, though. When I got back home after election, I was actually volunteer helping with Senator. I was helping with Assemblyman Bramnick and Muniz campaign. I was
Okay,
doing phone calls for them and door knocking. That was
right,
a few years ago when they were up for re-election, but now Bramnick's up for running for Senate. To take Senator Kane's junior seat.
right.
I gotta say, I was really glad to be back after Louisiana because it was home. Getting involved for that. Door to
Right.
door,
So I
engage with.
mean, it was pretty cool, right? So the experiences, the skills that you learned uh, while you were with the YALs, you were able to bring those back, to bring the experience and the skills back to Jersey, and kind of utilize them in the
Correct.
campaigns here, right?
Yeah, you learn a lot. What do you learn about campaigns? You learn how to build confidence in yourself and
Yeah.
communications, which is important. Like even like customer service, you talk to people, engage though, and everything like that. And if no one's home, you drop a literature off. I got interested in a lot of politics though back then. It was fantastic. But when I was up in, Maine, it happened right before the COVID hit. Actually, it was fantastic though. Actually, but it was actually cold outside.
Right.
Like it was freezing. Like if you're like up in Bangor area, north, I had to dress up very, very cold out. It was like bundled up. It was freezing. And by the time you get home, you get all you undressed and you're like sweaty after all
Right.
day.
And
Hard work.
also, like an added benefit of joining a group like the YAL is that you actually get to meet a lot of cool people from all across the country, right? You probably can make a lot of lifelong friends, right?
Correct. Even other activists who I met, even one of the activists, they're really great, fantastic. I met a lot of different individuals and they're really nice though. They even help build confidence and, someone to talk to. And it's all about networking and talk to people.
Okay. So, Hans, let me ask you a few fun questions. Okay.
Okay.
What is your favorite food?
Well, I gotta say, let me think though. I love pizza though. I mean, hey, I know New Jersey, we got great pizzas around
Yeah, I
here.
think we're the pizza capital. I think there was an article that came out a few days ago saying that we have the best pizza in the entire country.
Correct though. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
that's a pretty cool fact.
I mean, not. I mean, we're not talking about corporate pizzas or anything like from another, from where they're branched down south or any places, but some of these mom and pop small businesses who makes best pizzeria in town. Though, I mean, a lot of them have done a great job. Though, in my area, we got a couple great pizzeria guys, and a lot of them work hard, and it's very, very good. Though, I mean, I know everybody compares New York and Chicago and New Jersey on pizzas. Even well, Philly got their own cheesesteaks, but I got to tell you, I mean, we got the best pizzas in the state, though.
What's your favorite topping to have on pizzas?
Well, I love bacon, but all right, before people judge on me on this one, I have pineapple on pizza, though. I mean, I know a lot of, I know every.
I think you just lost a bunch of voters, especially here in Jersey. I mean, I personally think pineapple on pizza is tasty, but I know there's a lot of people, especially if you talk to a lot of Italian Americans, they'll shut their door on your face if you talk to them about pineapple on pizza.
I mean, as only optional though. I mean, hey, I mean,
right.
I'll have regular pizza or anchovies or bacon. I mean, I guess it depends.
Maybe Susan is asking, what about anchovies?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll order on the side and put it on top of the pizza though. I mean, because
okay.
if you put it in the oven, it's kind of cooked though. But I mean, I like to have it on the side always.
What, you like to have the anchovies on the side?
Yeah.
Okay. So you like anchovies and you like pineapple on your pizza. I'm not sure if you're doing well in Jersey so far, but it's okay. Okay, Dev had another question. He wanted to know, from your experience with YAL, what did you learn from knocking on doors?
I mean, talking to people. I mean, even when you engage with people, a lot of people ask questions. I mean, usually you talk to, you just want to know and you study first. Everyone had questions like, hey, I mean, tell us about the candidate. I mean, I'll tell them, okay, this guy has family values growing up, though, small business owners. He wants to put community at first. I mean, it's all about talking to people, find out about the candidates. Because I mean, not a lot of homeowners know about the candidates. I mean, not everyone uses social media these days, but I mean, not a lot of them watch the news. But at least you engage and talk to people in person.
Right.
Like, talk about the candidates though, and helping out door to door.
Okay.
I mean, plus, I mean, even I learned about confidence. I mean, people skills. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, even the people, I mean, out there want to help people like, hey, I mean, to help get their voices heard, go out there and go to the vote.
Okay. We have a comment from Deb. He thinks that pineapple, it's like raisin on rice, unforgivable sin. So, yeah, it's okay. You may want to change your answer for next time. When someone asks you, what's your favorite topping on pizza? You may want to skip the pineapple, especially here in Jersey, right? If you're in, I
was busting
Hawaii,
we love you, man.
If you're in Hawaii, they may love you for that answer, but in Jersey, I think they may stone you for it. But
I got you. Dev, I was playing with you. We love you, man.
Yeah, he was just joking around, right?
On the pineapple board, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Back to a serious question. So Mike Coons is asking, what's your view on protecting the unborn and curbing laws that allow late birth abortions?
Look, I'm a pro-life guy. I mean, I grew up as a Lutheran, though, and everything. Like, I mean, like, babies matters. I mean, look, if anybody heartbeats matters, though. I mean, look, I mean, if anybody don't want a kid or something like that, I mean, look, I mean, if they can't do it, I mean, at least talk to adoption agency. I mean, I'm just saying, look, I mean, it's important to create life, not destroy life.
Yeah.
I mean, because I mean, you never know where they're going to be. They could be a lawyer, successful. I mean, you don't know. I mean, given a chance, though. I mean, I'm going to say that's my own personal opinion. Separate. But hey, I mean, I understand there's some with medical, issues. But I mean, I'm mostly a pro-life guy. I mean, it's just very heartbreaking. I mean, topic though.
Yeah. I think as Republicans, we're always for the side of life. We're pro-life,
preserving life,
as opposed to pro-death, which is what liberal Democrats are all about, especially when they're for partial birth abortion or late-term abortion. a lot of the liberals, they support the view that, a baby can be aborted up until the moment of birth. And that is literally a stance that is pro-death.
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone deserves to have a shot at life, though. I mean, it's all about preserving life and everything like that. I mean, hey,
Right.
what if this guy is going to be a doctor or lawyer? I mean, this guy could help change the world, though. I mean, I always tell people, like, before you decide, talk to your
Yeah.
family, friends,
Listen, at the
think
end of the
deep.
day,
Yeah,
there's always a choice, right? There's always a choice. I understand that for many people, it's a very personal choice, but
yeah,
there is a choice. And I think for Republicans, that choice, we're always going to stand for life, right? We're
yeah.
pro-life. We're not pro-death. We're
Yeah.
pro-life. Okay, Hans, what's your favorite movie?
My God, I love comedy, action, scary. I guess it depends on the movies, though. I mean, I love, documentaries, ghosts. I mean, I guess ghost encounters kind of thing. I mean, I guess it all depends, but I love action movies.
Okay, action movies. What's your favorite action film? Die Hard. What?
Well, actually, speaking of Die Hard, I mean, well, someone asked me once before, "Hey, let's put on a Christmas movie." I turn on Die Hard, and it is a
Okay.
Christmas movie. I gotta say, I mean, Bruce Willis. I mean, he's a great actor. I mean, I gotta say that it's actually a great movie, though.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Willis is actually a Republican also, right? So
I think so,
that's
but
a
I
good
mean,
afternoon.
he's done a lot. I mean, I've done a lot of research about him. I think he done donations, providing food first response. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I read articles. I know he does stuff though for first responders before. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, but
Right.
I mean, before anybody fact checks me, but I've seen it somewhere, but I can't confirm. But it was something like that.
Okay. What's your favorite destination spot? If you could go on vacation right now, where would you go? Where would be your, dream destination spot?
I would say Maui though.
Maui?
Small,
Okay.
small, small island. I mean, it's perfect though. I mean, everywhere is surrounded with ocean. I mean, there's places mountain. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey,
it's like nobody knows you from town though. You just want to get away and relax. So I mean, it's just a different fresh air. I mean, you want to see the sunrise and sunset though. I mean, that's a perfect vacation to get away though.
okay. All right, Hans. I'm giving you 2 minutes. So give us your best spiel, your best, line. You work in sales, right? You work in retail. Give us a line, your best selling pitch about why voters should vote for you, David Cipher, and the rest of your ticket on June 8th. Well, June 8th is the primary, but since there's only two of you running for two spots, you're basically running for the general election now, right? So, what is your best selling pitch to get voters, the independents, the Democrats, the Republicans, the people who don't care about politics, to come out and vote for you? Go.
Like, I'm an open-minded person. I'm down to earth. I mean, I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer or doctor or anything like that. I mean, not a millionaire. I'm just a regular average, who, work regular paycheck to paycheck. And, I feel like politics shouldn't come first. I mean, people should come first. I mean, sit down, find out what's going on. I mean, actions are more spoken than words. Though, I mean, we need to talk to the people, even small business owners. I got everyone's backs and support. I mean, we can even talk about what's going on in the community, even do town hall meetings, talk to the people what's going on, because everyone I mean, I think like I said before, everyone should come first, everything like that. I mean, we can focus on, the district issues that matters the most though, what's going on. I mean, I know based on my discussion earlier with you, I mean, my main focus, I want to talk about what's going on in the district, what's going on in Linden, Clark, Rahway, Plainfield, Scotch Plains, Fanwood, anything that surrounds within a district, find out what's going on. I mean, is there a piping issue on the street though? Infrastructure, education. I mean, you want to sit down and find out what's going on that matters the most though. And I want to help bring the 22nd values to Trenton though. I mean, have a sit down. I mean, even listen to them, find out what cares about the most though. I mean, I think I'll ask people first, what do you care about the most?
Okay, great. All right. Thank you, Hans Herberg, for joining us tonight. Maybe next time we hope to have both you and David on, you and your running mate. But anyway, it was great to hear from you tonight to give the voters a chance to learn about their candidate for General Assembly from the 22nd legislative district, which once again covers the counties of Middlesex, Somerset, and Union. Okay.
Correct, though. I mean, I really appreciate sitting down, and also, I mean, I got a lot of voters. You can see Herberg for NJ on Facebook. Look, if you guys got any questions for me, I mean, actually, it's Hans Herberg for Assembly, actually. But I'm just saying, if you guys have questions, just reach out to me. I mean, I could give you the best answers to my ability. Look, I mean, not everyone's perfect, though. I'm not a politician, though. I'm just a stand-up person who cares a lot for the community. I mean, if anybody has any questions or info, I mean, just let me know. I mean, I'm all about sitting down and talk to people. Like, I mean, I'm new to this. I mean, it's something I want to do a long time. I just want to help bring the voice and make a difference. I mean, so if anybody has questions, though, I mean, I'm very open-minded. I mean, even if somebody's conservative, liberal views, anybody else, I mean, I'm all about having a dialogue and conversations of what's going on.
Okay, great. Yeah, I believe the handle for your Facebook page, for your campaign Facebook page, is Herberg for NJ, right? Herberg.
Correct.
Yep, Herberg for NJ is Hans' Facebook handle, and I believe you were telling me you will have an actual website up too, right? At some point.
Within a week or so. I mean, hey, I got to cross one bridge at a time. Want to make sure I work and efficiency. I mean, if you click on the web, it doesn't work. I want to make sure it's understandable and everybody can do that. Though, I mean, I'll even try to set up a rally in some towns. Talk to people, even do virtual sessions. Kind of like here though, but on Facebook Live or Instagram. But it hasn't set up yet. But talk to the people, find out what's going on though.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So once again, Hans Herberg, a graduate from Mitchell College. He is running for Assembly 22nd District. He is from Linden. Okay, he's a first-time candidate. And Hans, thank you for coming on tonight. Best of luck to you on your campaign, and we hope to have you back on. All right. Maybe next time we'll have both you and David on, and we can have a great discussion. Okay. So thank you, Hans, and we'll be seeing you soon. All right, buddy.
You guys take care, and also the viewers. Thank you. Though I hope everyone has a blessed and wonderful evening.
Okay. Bye-bye, Hans.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that was our interview tonight with Hans Herberg. He's a really great guy. From what we just learned, he was actually a victim of an armed robbery a few years ago. And we have a great comment from Mike. Thanks, Ron. Good show. Blessing. Good luck, Hans. Okay, thank you, Mike, and good luck on your campaign as well. Mike Coons, as I mentioned, he's running for state senate in the 37th district. Okay, so I think by now a lot of you might have received your primary ballots in the mail. I know that they've come out here in Bergen County in certain parts. So if you've gotten your ballot, please vote for me in the primary, Ronald Joseph Lin. If you want to learn more about my campaign, please do so by going to my Facebook page. Okay. On my Facebook page, you can check out my campaign. You can also find ways to donate there. Okay. My Facebook page is Ronald Lin USA. Okay. So if you go to facebook.com/Ronald Lin USA, you will find all you need to know about my campaign. You'll also find ways to donate. Well, if you click on the button there that says follow me or get involved, the button, there's only one button on my Facebook page. If you click on that, it will bring you to my anodot where you can donate. Here in Bergen County, we used to be a Republican county. It kind of still is, but we have Democrats right now in power and on the county level. The Freeholder Board, or as it used to be called, the Freeholder Board. Now it's the County Commissioner Board, right? We are 7-0 stacked Democrats. Our executive on the county level is also a Democrat. So this is something that we need to change. There's no accountability because there's no oversight, because we have a one-party system. And that's what I hope to bring this November. So on the primary ballot, please vote for Ronald Joseph Lin. In November, please also vote for me. We're going to win with Lin this year. All right. So guys, thanks for watching tonight. We will be back on next Sunday, most likely. Although next Sunday is Mother's Day. For those of you who may forget, next Sunday is Mother's Day, May 9th. So please remember to buy your mom flowers or a gift or chocolate or whatever, right? Don't forget, because you don't want to piss off your mom, right? well, your mother and your wife and your girlfriend, those are the women in your life that you don't want to piss off. So please remember that next Sunday is Mother's Day. But we will be on next Sunday, most likely, and we will be on with a new guest. The guest will be announced later this week. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight on this lovely Sunday night as we get warmer. And I'm just so happy that we seem to be rounding the corner with COVID. Okay. Once we've turned that corner, we will be able to get back to normal with our lives, right? And then we can all go out and campaign. So, guys, I want to thank you guys tonight for watching. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Okay. So until then, be safe. God bless. And I'll catch you later. Peace out.